Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce GT 710 2GB GDDR5 in Hollow Knight Silksong. This one is the gigabyte something version of the card. I am running it with the latest Nvidia drivers available to it, which are already very old, of course, and I'm not manually overclocking it, although maybe I should. You know what? Let's do 100 megahertz on the core and 200 megahertz on the memory. This should be fine, and it gives it a little bit of a boost, you know? In Tech Power-Ups GPU-Z, you can see all of the GPU specs. Again, it's the GDDR5 model, which is the fastest version of the GT 710. And over on the left, I'm pairing it with a Ryzen 5 2600 and 16 gigabytes of RAM. These are overkill specs for a 710, but who cares? Let's play some Hollow Knight, shall we? And here we have it, guys. Hollow Knight Silksong. It's finally here. It's been a really long time, right? But we're here playing it at 4K resolution to start this off with the GT 710, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I have already set it to the low settings. Yes, because this is way below system requirements. The minimum system requirements on the GPU side of things ask for a GTX 560 Ti or HD 7750, and yeah, those are older than GT 710, but they're also much faster. All right, they're gaming GPUs. This isn't, clearly, because Hollow Knight Silksong is getting 14 frames per second on the GT 710. Oh, with a little bit of a stutter there with transition, but that's fine. Let's kill some enemies here. Oh my god. It's still somewhat playable. I'm not going to say it's enjoyable like this, because it isn't, obviously. It's 14 FPS, but since it's a 2D platformer, it actually works decently. Oh my, I almost died there. With the GT 710, look at that. 13 FPS, 14 FPS, 11, 1% lows. Even going up to 15 frames per second, and I would say this area, since it has a lot of vegetation, I don't know, probably vegetation in. Oh, that's so cute, actually, the sound it makes. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. But vegetation in games is usually intensive. This is a 2D game, so it's probably not intensive, right? Well, oh, you can swim. Okay. Nice. And now we're going to open this area. Okay. Nice stuff. Yeah, there it is. Ah, classic Hollow Knight, my friends. Oh my gosh, I can't control this with 13 FPS. It is playable, again, but you're gonna be at a huge disadvantage, especially in boss fights, obviously. But nobody plays games at 4K resolution with a GT 710, right? So I think we should probably move on from this res. But what about 1440p resolution? So we're here at 2560 by 1440 low settings, and we're finally reaching those 30 frames per second. That's a lot better, and we can finally kill this guy over here. Good stuff. All right. So 30 FPS is feeling like 60 at the moment after playing with 15. I also disabled the music. The music is really good in this one, super calming and so on. They put a lot of effort into it, of course. But, you know, YouTube and copyrights and musics and so on, it's just, it kind of sucks. Anyway, 38 FPS, going up into the 40s sometimes. What is going on? Why am I so slow? What did I do wrong? Oh my gosh, it was probably me, right? Because sometimes in these games, I'm not the brightest person playing them. But you know, I actually played Hollow Knight, the first one, quite a lot, for about like 20 hours, maybe like 17 hours or something like that. I played it on the Steam Deck when I had the Steam Deck with me. I don't have the Steam Deck anymore. I'd like to test it out there, but you know, it's going to run absolutely fine. That is a gaming device. The 710 isn't a gaming device. Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. So these guys just go around and around and around. There we go. Have more currency here. Currency. You know what, guys? I'm not sure if you've noticed already, but my voice is a bit broken today because I am sick at the moment. So I have sore throat and a cough and so on, and it's just unpleasant. But it's fine. I'm going to keep on going. No problems. 1% lows are pretty low, by the way. I saw some big fluctuation there in the frame time graph. I guess we should go down at this point. Okay. There we go. All right. But yeah, this is pretty playable with the GT 710. If you guys have a really underpowered PC... My God, what am I doing here? If you have a really underpowered PC, you will be able to play Hollow Knight Silksong still. As expected, kind of, because... You know, you look at the graphics, you look at the requirements from 15 years ago, literally, and you're like, oh, no, we're at the beginning again. Oh, boy. But yeah, most people will have something better than the GTX 560 Ti at this point in time, right? Even like integrated graphics from Intel, which aren't anything special. Intel Xe graphics, for example, should be capable of playing this absolutely fine, but they're still, I think, worse. Oh, boy. Worse than... oh, this is nice. Okay. Worse than the GTX 560 Ti, I believe, because those are very similar to the GT 1030. Oh, no, the GT 1030 is similar to... where am I going? We need to go this way. The GT 1030 is actually similar to the GTX 580 from that generation. Oh, no, this is not the way. This is not the way. I am lost. I am a little bit lost. Let's go this way again. All right. Oh, yes, it's this way. Stop it. Stop it, you nearly killed me, your friends, you know. Alright, there we go. We're fine. Okay. Go in this direction. Yes, I'm just gonna ignore them bastards, because I want to continue progressing through the story. I think we've been here already, maybe. Oh, no, yes. Okay, so we got this. Can we progress here? No, not really. Alright, so maybe I gotta pick this up. Take. Frayed rosary string. What is that? Worn string holding a meager amount of rosary. Okay, so I can break it and earn more rosaries. All right. What can I do with the rosaries? I don't know. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, damn it. So we went up there. I think we must go down here. I'm back at the beginning. Anyway, let's not go down there anymore. Okay. All right, so the environment is changing now, guys. Now we will be able to see if the vegetation is actually intensive. And look at that. It's pretty much the same thing, right? Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, we've been here already. I just didn't comment about the lack of vegetation in this place. And that leads nowhere, so we need to go probably back here. Yes. Stop that. Stop that. There we go. All right, over here. Ooh. All right, there's a door here. Okay, let's go up. Okay, this guy's dead. We killed him already. Maybe I should use this as well to heal myself with. Yes, sir. And let's go in this direction. Have we been here? I don't think so. This is a different drop from previously, right? Well, let's go in this direction, though. I don't want to drop just yet. Okay, so this is the way. This is definitely the way. All right, guys. No! What is going on? Okay. Oh, it's just that thing again. We probably have, like, a headache or a belly ache or something like that. And she's just stopping. Yeah, it seems like she needs to poop or something. Anyway, whenever this happens, you can see the graph, frame time graph pulsing there, and the FPS dropped down into the 20s. That was really weird, but I mean, that doesn't really hurt the gameplay too much. But let's get it down to 1080p resolution. Much more reasonable for a GT 710, right? I mean, quite honestly, 1080p is still not reasonable for a GT 710. Having tested this GPU extensively in so many games, yeah, it's still not good. Let me just check if there's something down here for us to grab. Oh, wait. Ooh, we can rest. Nice. Also, we're seeing a lot of screen tearing at the moment. Oh, there are so many enemies down there. Oh boy. He's probably a boss. Okay, let's start cutting our FPS. Moss mother! Stop that! Come over here! Oh boy! Okay. Let's learn what she does. All right. It's just that? Yes, it's just that. Okay, I can deal with that easily. Come on. Oh, whoa. Wait, it's not just that. She throws things at us. Or she bumps her head into the ceiling and starts dropping some stones at us. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, this first boss, pretty easy stuff, right? It's just for you to get the hang of it, I guess. But most people playing this game already got the hang of it because they played Hollow Knight as well. Come on, come on, stop that, you bastards. Oh boy, oh boy. No, enemies, normal enemies are dropping. All right, there we go. Stun. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. I got you, you bastard. Ah, moss mother. Oh boy. Okay, okay, okay. Kill these two. There it is. Okay, okay. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, fine. Yes, there we go. There we go. All right. Thank God we switched to 1080p and we're playing with 60 FPS because it's much better with 60 FPS than it was before, guys. And we actually won that. Good stuff. With these effects, it still drops into the 50s. Look at that. So if there's a boss that makes some effects and the explosions and so on, explosions, the bugs don't make explosions, but still, if they produce something, some of those effects, it might actually drop from 60 FPS. And it is actually below 60 FPS at the moment. So even though it is going to be a 60 FPS experience on average, it will drop here and there. But it's not the end of the world. It's actually pretty playable still. The thing that's bothering me the most is that tearing. So to get rid of that, if you're seeing that yourselves as well, just enable VSync over here and then, oh, it locks it to 30 FPS with the GT710. Oh no, we don't want that. Okay, so don't use VSync, I prefer tearing. Never mind. Also, yeah, this is a G-Sync monitor, but the 710 doesn't support G-Syncs, so yeah. Oh, come on, I can't go in that direction. Oh, I'm really slow again. Oh, what is that? What is that? What the heck? Hello? Is that you? Is she a witch or something, making me uncomfortable like that? What is going on? I hear her. Stop tapping at me! She's waking me up. Alright, up with you, up. I won't have you dying on my floor. Fadashtima. Okay, I can't really imitate that voice very well. What are we going to sound like in this game, guys? I see that now, madam. My welcome to your land has not been kind. I had reason to be wary. Is this cringe, guys? Let me know. I'm sorry if it is. Okay, so the Great Citadel. I think we're going to another area at this point. Let's go. Here it is. Super bright. Damn, that should look great in HDR, actually, on an OLED as well. Yeah. Oh, man. Playing this game on an OLED should be so much fun. Steam Deck OLED, for example. Oh, man. I might actually buy one at this point. I got a voucher in CEX, and I can't actually afford the Steam Deck OLED there. Used one, you know, but yeah. I might. I just might, guys. Let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in. Some Steam Deck benchmarks in a lot of games. I have tried that in the past, but people were not liking my videos a lot. Well, they were disliking them a lot. So I didn't keep on going. So I sold my Steam Deck, but you know, who cares? These days, I don't really care about those mean comments anymore. It's just, they're everywhere. People are just so mean. Anyway, what are we talking about? This area is a heck of a lot less intensive than the previous one. All right, there we go. That was a nice kill. Yeah, this is getting 70 FPS, 80 FPS sometimes in the Citadel area, actually. Yeah, this is good. This feels a lot smoother. Not bad, GT710. I think I would still drop it down to 720p or maybe 710p if you have a monitor with that res. Okay, this just broke. Can't go this way. All right, let's drop then. Hopefully there's not going to be another boss. Okay, okay, okay. It's just you. Okay, come on, stop that, stop that. But yeah, 720p resolution seems to be the adequate res for this GPU, guys, because it's going to stay above 60 FPS all of the time, and it's a lot more stable, of course. And you want stability in a game like this. Yeah, it's a 2D platformer. Well, we killed one of these before, so we should be fine here. It's a 2D platformer, so it's gonna work absolutely fine. Ooh, this is nice. Okay. Ooh, Oh, nice. Very good, very good, very good. But the GT 710... What is this? Oh, hello there. She's singing. Is that copyrighted? The GT 710 should have been the minimum requirements GPU, because the GTX 560 Ti seems a little bit too much. Insert rosaries. Do I really want to? Maybe? Hello? Oh, I can rest. I can trade rosaries to rest. Okay. But anyway, guys, that's it for 1080p resolution. Let's try it out at a lower res, 900p. How will that work? And maybe at this point we can actually turn these settings up because we're getting 90 FPS, you know. This area isn't as intensive as the initial one, but yeah, let's use maximum settings. These are maximum settings, believe it or not. Normal particle effects and blur quality on high. Honestly, I think this won't really make much of a difference. So we were getting 91 FPS and we're down to 90. If you want to play on max settings, go ahead and do it. It's just the bloom, honestly, and the particles. That doesn't matter too much. Okay, so I am betting that we can't really swim in this liquid down there, right? That's lava. Come on, there we go. This is nice. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. All right, good. Ooh, yeah, that's what would happen to us if we fell down there. So let's not fall down there, shall we? Okay. Okay. There's also a huge spider. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so sad. So now at 900p, I doubt that it will drop from 60 FPS, honestly, because it's getting 90, right? And the game isn't really too inconsistent, so it should be fine. What the hell is that? Why is that moving? Oh my gosh. What the... What is that? Okay, wait. That's so weird. Can I pick it up? No, not really. All right, so it's magnets or something. All right, there we go. Come on. Good, good, good. This one also breaks. This one also breaks. This one also breaks. I can fight you here. Okay, let's go up. Keep going up. Oh, boy. Keep going up. Stop it. Stop it. Why do you want to die? 100 FPS. Look at that, guys. Damn. But I feel like we need to go back to the previous area to check out the lowest FPS that you'll see, at least in the initial part of the game. Someone is singing again. Holy crap. Holy crap.
Poshanka.
Poshanka. Okay, so what do we really need right now? Well, we can only buy this, so... Okay. Let's buy the map. Map is always useful, of course. Oh, hello? What? Why can't I use the map here? That's weird. I just bought the map and I can't use it. No! Let's go up there. Okay, nice. So we don't need to restart the game to go back to this mossy area of the game. All right, good stuff. So dropping into the 80s at the moment. What are you? Oh, what the? Okay, no. So those sounds aren't cute anymore. Oh my gosh, that's so disgusting. Can you stop? What the? It's actually super funny, the sounds. I only have 2 points of health left. And I think that guy's gonna get us. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my. How do I do this? Well, I'll get there eventually, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, since we're here, I guess we're just gonna go back to the beginning. All right, here we go. Oh my. This depth of field effect, you know, the blurriness coming in. It actually dropped our FPS by a lot into the 40s, but now we're back into the 70s. It's definitely more intensive than the previous areas where we were, right? It's likely going to drop into like the 60s at the minimum. So it's not a bad experience whatsoever. So the 900p resolution works pretty well here with the GT 710. This is so much easier than the previous area, right? But we gotta get used to the previous area as well. All right. It's beautiful. It's so calming, this game. Obviously, with the music enabled, it's going to be different. It's going to hit different, right? But still, it's super chill music here in this game. Really like it. Oh man, but look, just the sounds. Oh, it's so good. It's so soothing. Oh man. Yes, sir. Anyway, that's probably time for us to check out 720p resolution. You don't really need to go down from 900p since it holds 60 FPS most of the time, unless there's like some huge depth of field or blur effect on the screen. Can I get to 720p, please? There we go. Can I do 120 hertz finally? Like it keeps on selecting the 60 hertz after I apply. Look at that. But it's probably because it switches to borderless. Yeah, it switches to borderless again. So we're gonna be stuck with 60 hertz here because the game is not working properly when you change resolution with full screen mode at the same time. Devs, please fix. Anyway, there it is, guys. 120 frames per second is actually possible on GT 710. If you have a 1080p screen, I'm using a 4K monitor here, so whenever it's on borderless, it is at 60 hertz because the GPU can't really handle more than 60 hertz in this game, or in any game actually, at 4K resolution. But yeah, if you have a 1080p 120 hertz monitor or something like that, you can actually run 720p high refresh rate in Silksong, which is a heck of a lot nicer. I played for a little bit yesterday with the RTX 5070 Ti. It was getting like 500 FPS or 600. It was pretty crazy. Honestly, for a game like this, it's expected, right? Also, look at this. Dropping our FPS into the 70s whenever you have those belly aches. 120 hertz smooth experience definitely hits different, even in a game like Silksong and Hollow Knight. So I appreciate the higher refresh rate, and right now with the GT 710, you can appreciate the high refresh rate as well. Getting 120s. So this is definitely minimum requirements material, right? And the fact that the game still looks this good, you know, because this doesn't look 720p. I'm here using a 27-inch 4K monitor at 720p resolution at the moment with the GT 710, and it's probably the best game that I have seen in terms of visuals and keeping that art style basically intact with no jagged edges or anything like that. Yeah, at 720p resolution on such a high-resolution display. And big one as well. So this works really well. Whatever anti-aliasing they got going on, it's actually really good and impressive. And they can pull it off, of course, because the game is 2D, so it doesn't really matter if they use like a really, really high-end anti-aliasing or something like that, because the FPS are always going to be very high. I mean, a 710 is getting a high refresh rate experience right now. So yeah, if it was up to me, if I had this GPU and I was stuck with this GPU, would I buy Silksong? Hell yeah, I would. And yes, at this point, the game actually costs more than the GPU itself, but this is one of those scenarios where you don't need the GPU upgrade, even if you have a GT 710. It's going to work pretty well here. And look at that, even with those effects there, not a problem. There we go. Come on. It's just the biggest issue, once again, is... Oh, come on. The freaking screen tearing. Come on. There we go. Let's see the drop there. With these effects, only to the 90s. So whenever you have the belly ache issue, it still drops a little bit more than this. I keep calling it belly ache just because it looks like she's having a belly ache and she needs to poop, but it's not a belly ache actually. All right. Yeah. It's worth buying this with a GT 710. Enjoy it, because these are the types of games that you should play on this GPU. And, well, it seems like the 710 is still not completely useless. It can play some 2025 titles. Let's wait for Slay the Spire 2 next. With all of that said, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one very soon. And as always, love you all. Bye-bye.